me champagne, love me insane. Flowers and chocolate in a color that matches my bonnet. Oh no, it's not a test, only the best. Belle époque, oh oh, la belle époque, oh oh, la belle époque.
Well, welcome to my boudoir. That's a French name, isn't it? This is what I do every day, and I'm sure some of you do the same. I probably wouldn't do it if my bedroom was down the hallway, but since I have to look in here all day long, I want my bed made up. First of all, I'd like to show you something that's a little different here than in the States, and I'm not sure if you can see it. Let me see if I can pull the camera down a little bit. You see how the sheet goes all the way down past my mattress and the box springs? And they don't use top sheets. So this is what I sleep in the wintertime. And then inside the duvet, I'll take out all the stuff that, makes me warm in the wintertime, and so that I can stay cool in the summertime. So I'm going to quickly make up my bed, and then I'm going to tell you what I was telling you about a while ago about my hair. Why I don't wake up with it being like a rat's nest. I love duvets because there's no really certain way you have to have them. You just kind of throw them around and they look good anyway. And for some reason, the wonderful lean lady that bought this for me, or for anyone, not just me, but it says Eau de Lavande Perfumery Perfume Distillery, Paris. So, how could that be any more perfect? And you see this brown, fuzzy throw blanket, which doesn't go with anything in here. But it was the last article that I put in my baggage because it's Buster's. And he's had this, probably about 3 or 4 years. And it goes on my bed, and he likes to lay on it. Sometimes it goes on the floor next to him, next to my bed, and he likes to lay on it. So it's strictly for Buster, because I'm sure you can't see, but Buster's right there. Because if I'm in a room, Buster's in the room. You've seen my bed, you've seen Buster. This is a little area that we didn't know what to do with this. So I bought a mirror, but I didn't want to poke a lot of holes into the landlady's house. So I put it there, and I love pink. I really love pink. You will see there's little touches of peachy pink and pink all over my house. This is the part, I'm going to try to do it without shaking the video too much. So here's my bedroom, and this is my desk I was telling you about. Isn't it gorgeous? It's white, it's beautiful, it's glass, and I love it. But I'd rather be in there where it's more comfy, cozy. I feel like my bedroom is comfy, cozy to sleep in and watch movies in at night, but I just don't feel like I want to work in here. It's very bright, as you can tell. Now, this is my curtains, and I've had a little difficulty getting used to them, and I'm not going to get used to them. They are like a reddish rust color, and I don't like that because it doesn't go with anything, and I would really like to have something with a little bit of pink in it, pink and beige, because it would go with my duvet. You can see through them, and they're going to be great this summer because I have a feeling my windows don't have screens on them, so I have a feeling it's going to get a little hot in here. So when my friend comes to visit me next weekend, that's the first job he's going to have to do, is to take that down and just take these off. And until I can get to IKEA and get some more curtains, I'll just have these lace curtains, which I think are pretty. And then I'm going to show you my closets, because I think I have a great deal of closet space. I have 3 closets. This contains all my sweaters. These are my blouses and jackets and coats. And that closet contains my hosiery items and sleeping items and things like that. And then up above in that closet are my summer clothes. So I hope to get those out soon, but not too soon, because I'm really not a big favorite of hot weather. But anyway, this is my little bedroom, and I hope you've enjoyed the tour.
Planes with my name and dinner at Restaurant Le Maurice. Oh,
thank you for joining me on my tour, and I'll show you another area in just a few minutes. I know I said I was going to show you my morning routine, but before I do that, I want to show you my kitchen where I have my little morning routine. This is everything right there. Everything goes there. The cat food, the dog medicine, masks, paper towels, any kind of bags, bottled water, all of that goes there. And of course my spices. The little chicken you see right there, Jennifer gave it to me when I lived in my little farmhouse. So I had to bring it to France with me. You know, one of the things that I've thought about when I moved to France was I just wanted some things from home that reminded me of home. There's my microwave, and there's a little artist item I bought at a place where all the artists made their own stuff, like they make their own wood and all of that. So I thought that was kind of cute. There's a little bit of a collection so far on my refrigerator. I used to do this years ago, and then I took them to school and shared them with my kids. And of course, when I retired, all of that I threw away. So I'm starting over again. But anyway, this is my freezer, and it's very small compared to yours. And I have some veggies in my ice trays and some fish in there. Okay, and then this is my refrigerator. And it's still small, but it's only one person here. You know, some veggies, butter, apple, eggs, not much in there. And then this is something that I really like. Hannah gave it to me as a going away gift before I left the States. And therefore, I bought that to match it. And I bought the rug to match it. I'm not really a gold and yellow person, but I guess I am now. Anyway, I thought it was too darn cute to use, so I put it up to show for decoration. So next, I want to show you my induction oven and stove. And this is how you work it. You just put your finger here, and I want to have this particular burner on, and then I take it and I just raise the temperature. And when I get through, I just lower the temperature if I want to, or I just turn it completely off. Now, one thing, it'll go to absolutely, of course I won't do anything right now because I'm trying, okay. But when you're working on it and you've had it on for a while, it'll have an H there to let you know that it's still hot. But I really like it. It's easy to clean, it's easy to work with, and it's just me. And there's the oven, and like I said, I haven't used it yet, but I will one day. And these are my little cabinets. My dishes go up there, you know, my bowls, my plates, and things like that. I love the exposed plumbing. I don't know what it is about that, but I think it's rather unique. I know we wouldn't have that in the States, so maybe that's why I think it's unique. And this is my window. Now let me show you about my window. It opens various ways. It opens at the top. I hope you can see that. Right there, see, it opens at the top. And like the other day, I had to open it from this way because I decided to take a banana out of my freezer, and I was going to use it for my smoothie, and I burned the tip of it. So it really smelled horrible in here. So that's my little kitchen, and I love it. It's just me. And so that's all I have a concern about. And then when Hannah comes here or I have a guest here, it's still big enough. It's not like I'm throwing any fancy schmancy dinner parties yet. Okay, so I'm going to show you my morning routine, and this is it. I take my filter, which I've already done once this morning, but I fill it up with water so that I'll have it all day long because I drink water all day long. And so I usually just sit it there, and then I take my water bottle and refill it during the day. The next thing I do before I do anything else, of course, is make my coffee. Now, I've already told you I've already had 1 cup of coffee, so I'll show you how I do my coffee. I make sure that there's filtered water in here, and then I just turn this on. Now, this is something new that I've started since I've been in France. I take this milk, and I go heat it up in the microwave, because I like my milk to be warm, and then my coffee's all warm, so it just kind of stays warm longer. And while I'm doing that, normally I will take my dishes and dry them and put them away, because I really like to have my kitchen very neat, because it, as you can tell, and you've already seen in the prior video, it's very small. Okay, so now I have my warm milk. And then I just take my instant coffee. And I know some of you that know me very, very well that knew that I went to Starbucks every day of my life for about the last 8 years. Can't believe this, but it's true. I just put my coffee in there. And then I take my stevia and I put it in there. Thank goodness I have stevia here, because if I didn't, I'd have to get it from the States. Then here's my coffee and my water. And voila. It doesn't make a noise like, we have the little teapots in the States, but it pops up here. Let me show you if I can. See, it has this little button here, and I push it down to make it turn on, and then it pops up. So I don't have to worry about it staying on or me forgetting it. And then that's it. I have my coffee for the day. And then later on, I will show you what I do for my lunch brunch, and I make my green drink every day. That's it. That's my morning routine. As you can see, I don't have a great deal of room in here. That's where I do my makeup and stuff, and those are my makeup removing pads and a brush. And there are my medicines and makeup that I don't use every day, and my guest towel. And over here is where I usually have my towel or my guest towels and my flat iron. And I thought that was kind of a unique door. Oh, I like that door. It's kind of unique. And this side is for my guest or whoever wants to be here, because number one, it's taller than I am. So I just have to use the shorter one. So anyway, this is my tiny bathroom, and there's my tiny little tub. Not really crazy. The only part of my apartment that I don't like is because I don't like taking showers. I know I'm a weird one, but I don't like taking showers. I like sitting in my bath, and I can't do it here. But if that's the only thing I have to complain about with this apartment, I think I have it made. And this, of course, is the bathroom. All my little cleaning items are up there high. And I think somebody lived in the 70s. It's very comfy, cozy, and that's all that's in there. So we've just come out of the restroom area, and now we're going to look at my dining room area. There's a print over there, and that's pretty darn cute. And then my mirror that reminds me of the good old days, because I told you this building was built in the 50s, and that absolutely reeks of the 50s. My mother had a frame in our living room with my pictures in it, so I know it's old. These are so cute. I bought them in 2018, and I said I was going to put them in my Paris apartment or my apartment in France or wherever I ended up in France. And believe it or not, I hung on to them, and I am not a pack rat. I absolutely give away things as soon as I see that I'm not using it or it's not useful to me anymore. But those I hung on to, and I thought, you know what? They may not look that great with a color scheme, but I like them. This is a little place, you have this little place in everybody's house. They just put some items, they don't know really where to put them, and then they don't see them that often, so they don't get back to it. And the little owl lamp, I don't really care for because it doesn't fit my bedroom, and that came out of my bedroom, so it just sits there. Look at the exposed pipes. Would you even think of having anything like that in the States? Absolutely not. See that little area up there in the corner? That's why I don't purchase a home anywhere, whether it be the States or here, because if it has to be repaired, I want someone else to pay for that. It obviously at one time had curtains. I'm glad it doesn't anymore, because this apartment, one of the things I really like about it is so light and bright. And this, of course, is my little treasure trove of gin and my Yadro cat that I got in Copenhagen, and little cards that Jen has sent me. And Jen and I got this little turtle for 50% off, I remember, in Murano at the glass company. We went to the back of the little area and we got this for 50% off. And when Jennifer was a year old, Steve gave me this. This is a little Waterford crystal, and I've kept it forever. And there's, of course, another picture of Jen. And it's just a nice little dining room. I think I'm going to just back out. There's, of course, where Kitty has her bowl of water. Her food bowl I put away because it really is kind of nasty. And that's Buster's bowl and his food bowl. Water. I have not bought anything stainless steel because honestly, to be very, very honest with you, I don't like to spend any more money than I have to. You know, I'm on a budget over here, and if it's a want thing, I really have to give it, a second thought. It doesn't match with the decor, but how many people come into my apartment? Not many. So now I'm just going to back out of my little dining room, and I think I could put 2 more chairs there to have 6 people for a little dinner party, but I think more comfortable would be 4. But anyway, we'll see one day what I can do. Well, we're going to go outside and take the garbage out and take Buster out too. Kitty's right there. She thinks she's probably going to go outside. And we're going to take the trash out too. So if you hear some noise, that's what that is. This is kind of interesting. This is a little thing I bought for Kitty, and it had a little scratching post it slanted up, and she didn't like it. So I bought her another one that was flat, and she likes it. But she likes to sit there. Like when we leave or when we come in, she's sitting there. So I think she's my watch cat. So anyway, this is my phone that if someone comes to visit me, like the groomer or anyone like that, they have to ring me downstairs, and I answer this, and I have to let them in, of course. And this is my little note to take my key, my mask, my credit card, and my Navigo card when I leave, so that if I have to come back by bus, I can use my Navigo card. I have 3 locks on my door, all the way down. And then I have this extra lock. And then, of course, I have the key lock that undoes it. Oh, while I'm here, let me show you this. This is the 3rd bedroom, but we don't use it. And she doesn't charge me for it. I have stored my luggage in it, and I've stored the pink seat cushions that we replaced with the beige. And then there's some other things that we put in here. But come on, Kitty, you can't stay in here. This is not our room. Well, I'll come back and get her out. Maybe she'll be waiting for us. So anyway, Buster and I, we need to do our thing for a few minutes, so bear with me. Now, I have this on Buster's neck. Normally, if we go anywhere other than the outside to go to the trash or take a walk or anything like that, I don't put that on him because he has that issue with his trachea. I just locked my door back. But anyway, he has that issue with his trachea, so I don't do that. So we walked out, and then we got to go to the elevator. See, kitty, kitty? No, 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 you can't get out. No, 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 no. So here's my elevator right outside my door. So we wait kind of patiently for it. Don't we, Buster? And this is what the hallway looks like. There's just two on each floor. Mine and hers. Kitty has gotten out a few times, and it's okay because there's nowhere for Kitty to go. And Kitty can't get out the door unless somebody lets her out. And I'll show you how we do that. Okay, there's my elevator. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on. I've started doing this little clicking thing, and because Buster's going blind, bless his heart, and he's getting older like everybody else. So anyway, I kind of do this little clicking thing so that he kind of knows what's going on, where I'm going, where I'm turning, just in case. We should know this by now, but I kind of have got him used to doing that. And here you can see my little bag, just in case he has to go do his thing outside, because it is a €68 fine if I get caught without, go ahead, go on down with me. Go ahead, come on, you can go down without me. If I get caught having him do his thing and I don't pick it up. So I think that's a marvelous idea. And this is what I have to do to get outside the apartment. I push that little button, my door opens up, and Buster and I look twice because there's traffic in here, and it's very windy today, and you know I live on a busy street. But thank goodness the sun is out. Okay, Buster. Oh, wait, Buster, stop. Buster, come here. Go do your thing. Buster his little halter came out of him. Okay, buddy. Okay. Oh, good. I don't know why I'm watching. You don't need to see that. Anyway, so I will show you more of what we do during the day. We do this every morning and every afternoon. So anyway, here's the garbage. And let me put that in. So there we have the recyclable, and then that's for our bottles. So I think it's really neat that they do this. I appreciate it. So I try my best to do the same thing. We're going to walk out here and see if he needs to do anything else. And then if not, I'll show you where we go every day in the morning and at night. We take a walk. And I'll tell you why we do this. Come on, Buster. We don't bother people. No, we don't bother people. Now, you guys that want to see my daily activities, I'm letting you see it right now. It's not very exciting. There's the bus. Yay! Little tour bus. People coming to Fontainebleau. Buster, do you need to go potty? Huh? Do you need to go potty? Okay, no. Okay, let's go walk. Okay, the reason I take him first, before we take our walk in our little private garden, I call it, and I think it's kind of neat, is because dogs are not supposed to do their thing in this garden. I found that out the first week. I got yelled at by a lady in French, and I thought she was yelling at me because I forgot to pick up the stuff with my bag, but it wasn't that. So when I came back the next day and I had my bag with me, I was showing her I had my bag, and the lady up above, she knew a little bit of English. So there's our city bus. She knew a little bit of English, so she said, no, it's not nice. Dogs aren't allowed here. And I said, oh, okay, thank you. And I didn't know. And my landlady said she didn't know either. So this is where we go. Come on, baby. Let's go take a walk. Let's take a walk on the wild side. Isn't this beautiful? You may not be able to see it very well because the sun is so bright, but I'm going to take that any day. Come on, baby. So we take a walk, and Buster knows, isn't her flowers pretty? That's the lady that yelled at me. But she's a nice lady. She just was protecting her area, and I don't blame her. But look how green the grass is getting. So pretty. And the flowers. It's going to be pretty here during the spring. Well, I think it's pretty no matter what time, but that's just me. These are little storage units that people probably have had for 5,000 years since they've been here, you know. Now we're back home, and we go into the door. And see, I told you, Kitty always waits for us there. Buster, don't bother Kitty. Kitty, come here. Let me have your leash. Come on. All right, good job. I don't know what it is about Kitty sitting there, but I guess that's her little area, and that's okay with me. So while she's sitting there, I'm going to take the opportunity to close this door back. She was going to come and lock it, but I guess she doesn't see that that's necessary, but that's nice. And I put that lock back up there, and I put the key, and I lock it. And I make sure it's doubly locked. And there we go. So, there's Kitty, and we're going to see Jennifer's room now. Well, I'm going to close this now that we're back home and Kitty's out. And let's go look at Jennifer's room and or guest room. There it is. I have pulled back that curtain because one day I had the window open because it was very, very warm in here. And this is her desk, and she has it decorated the way she wants to, of course. Because, you know, that was the whole point of going to IKEA, because she's never going to be here but maybe once a year. So we had to make sure that she got everything she wanted. And so this is her bedroom. The blue curtains don't go with it, but since it's only a guest bedroom, it's okay. And this is her closet. And a lot of stuff of mine goes in her closet because I kind of run out of room for just different odds and ends. Those jackets are hers that she bought. And then I have a nice little tripod that has a light ring on it that my guest that's coming next week is going to help me put together. And there's another fan and just odds and ends of things that I keep in here. And of course, she has a nice mirror that she bought from IKEA. But anyway, this is Jen's room and or guest room. So as you can see, it's quite bright too. So I like it. I started to choose this room, but I didn't. And I thought this was going to be my room because it's right next to the bathroom, right next to the kitchen, very convenient. But then when we got here, I thought, no, I don't like this room. I like my other room better. So there we go. And we're going to keep the door closed to keep the animals out. All right. Well, it's that time of the day that I have finished my coffee and now I need to have my green drink. And I showed you this morning that I'd already made my green drink, but I thought, you know what? If you really want to see what my day's like, I'll let you. It's okay. First I take spinach, epinard. I think I pronounced that correctly, and I'm sure someone will let me know if I didn't. Oh goodness, all on the floor, of course. But anyway, I take the stems off, and I really don't need this much because it's a little bitty container. Jen taught me out of not bringing my my own because I would be using, you know, another wattage and it probably wouldn't work as well, but I miss mine at home, so, and no one will bring it over because it does weigh. Although, when I went on my trip for 6 weeks by myself, and I met other people during the time. I had, in fact, Marie, which is Hannah's mom, I met her, and we did a couple of countries together. And then I met my stepdaughter for a week. But most of the time I was on my own. But anyway, I cut off the stems here. And then, of course, I don't think I need this much, but I'll see after I chop it up. And I wash them, of course, and put them back on. Now, I will tell you the one thing that I don't have here that I miss from my own house are my own knives. I had the best knives. In fact, Jennifer, if you can find them and you see this video, please let somebody bring them over for me because they were so good. This one's okay for spinach, but it's not okay for a lot of stuff. So this is what I do. I just cut this spinach up as fine as I can. Okay, I think I'm going to use, well, I'll just use all of it. What the heck, right? Right. Okay, stand up straight, Janice, you're in a video. If you ever find yourself at home, you just kind of slump over. I always do that when I'm walking, and I really pay attention to where I walk now and how I stand. And that's one reason why I want to get into yoga. And for the last 2 weeks, I've tried to get into yoga, but of course, something's always coming up. And this past week, Buster was very sick, so there was that's a no-brainer that I was going that day. All right, so there's my spinach. And then I put in, oh, I hope I don't bump the tripod. Anyway, I put in almond milk because I don't drink dairy. And can you imagine living in Paris and I don't eat the cheese because I don't eat dairy? I know, it's a crazy world, isn't it? And then I put in 1 stevia. And then I take my protein powder. And my friend that's coming next Friday is bringing me my protein powder from the States. I'm so excited. Because it's just delish. I mean, delish. It's the best protein powder I've ever had. It's a little expensive, but it's delicious. And Dwayne said if he can't bring it, he'll just leave it on his ironing board, but I hope he can bring it. I hope he has room. I mean, a man only needs, what, 2 pairs of pants and gonna be here 5 days, 5 shirts, you know? 1 pair of shoes. That's how men pack, isn't it? So, anyway, hopefully he will bring that to me. And then I take ice cubes just to make it a little colder. And let me show you this ice cube tray. I debated and debated in the supermarket whether I should buy this. And I told you I'm on a needs basis because I'm on a strict budget. But this was €4.49, €4.49. And I thought, man, that's a lot for an ice tray. That's a lot. But I want to tell you, I love this ice tray because look, it's rubbery and you just pop the ice cubes out. You don't have to bang it on the counter or bang it on the sink to get it to open up. They just pop out. So I thought that was kind of cute. I thought that was kind of worth the $4 something after I did it. Because this machine can't work as well as mine at home, so. Jennifer Elizabeth. Every time I think of that. And this comes up here. And butter in it. Yuck. Okay, so here we go. Wish me luck. It's going to be noisy. Hang on. Okay, so now, I need to put my ice tray back because I won't have any ice in it if I don't. And I have a very tiny freezer, so I need to put that back. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this here. I don't need to waste your time and mine taking it out at this moment. I will in a few minutes. So this is what I do. So this is kind of my lunch brunch. Although I'm not sure what time it is at the moment, but I'll put that. Eco-friendly straw, metal. Jennifer taught me into buying that a few years ago. And I love it. And because it's metal, it seems like it keeps everything cooler. So anyway, let's go to the living room where you're going to watch what I do, which is not so very interesting. Well, this is the final part of the tour. This is my living area. I absolutely adore it. And so does the cat and the dog. Lots of natural light. This is one reason why I love this apartment so much. And that throw right there was brought from home. So we kind of did our decorating around that throw, and we did some simple things. To be very honest with you, I have never sat on that sofa except the day I did my last video about me being a introvert. So I usually sit at this one right here because, like I told you in my earlier video, that this is my little office. Could have used the one in the bedroom, but no. And if you want to know what that little scratchy post thing is, it's not a scratching post, it's flat, but it's what she does to use her claws, and that's what we call Baby for Buster. That's his toy when he wants to play. And yes, I said your name, and there you go. That's it. This chair was in another room, and I liked it, and I just kind of draped it so that it looked a little bit classier than just a wooden chair. But this chair is one that I scoot over by the doors and Kitty can look out. So that's it. This is my living room, my dining room. I've shown you everything, and you know what? It's just plain and simple. Jennifer and I did put our little bit of femininity to it. And then since she's been gone, I've added a few things, but I don't know. I like it kind of simple. I'm pretty much a minimalist. I'm not sure about that little flower on there. So if you have any comments about that, if you think that looks too much, let me know, because I'm still trying to figure out. I don't like a lot of frou-frou stuff. So anyway, this is it. And thank you so much for joining me.